What's up guys, welcome back to another video. Hope you're doing well today. And today, as you can see from probably the little bit of blur on the screen, we've got rain going on in the game. So what we've decided to do is, in light of the IRL East Rutherford event being a mudder and me absolutely loving mud races in any sort of game, we're going to be replicating Rutherford. I feel like it's a little bit of well, it rolls off the tongue nicely, that one. I think it's going to be a good video idea. So I've got a server up. I'm hopefully going to get 22 people. We'll get a full gate in here. And then we're going to be doing a 15-minute plus 1 lap race in the rain. And I've got it on 2-year road, which doesn't sound super high. However, 22 people with 2-year road for 15 minutes should hopefully get pretty wild and pretty deep. So I think it'll be quite interesting to see what lines are still doable by the end of the race, and if actually the normal lines will be doable too, because the rain on this game does make things incredibly slick, and you've already got to be quite gentle on the throttle on these 450s to get up and over jumps. So adding the rain in is just another factor, another variable, and I think it should be some good fun. And I don't think it's going to be all about who can go the fastest this time. I think there's going to be a lot of strategy involved in terms of just being nice and smooth and consistent, and we'll see how it goes. I will see you on the start gate ready for the race. It is race time. So the track was getting actually rougher than I thought, so I have reset it for the start of this. There should only be a couple of lines on there, but I think throughout the 15-minute plus 1 lap race it should get pretty naughty. So the start's going to be very important in this. There is 16 people in total. They didn't quite get a full gate, but a lot of people just kept joining and leaving again, and I was getting fed up of waiting for people to sync. I am going to scumbag this. I am going to hit a cheeky little lens launch to hopefully get the best start possible. And go. Because if I can get a good start and make sure the first couple of laps are nice and spicy, then we should be able to just kind of like kick our way around for the rest of it. Let's go triple. Oh god, I can just feel the tyres spinning up straight away. Oh my god. Right, I need to get the old muscle memory out of my head. I need to get new muscle memory in, pretend that I've never ridden the track before, and just hit everything as fast as possible. Now, my biggest competition in this is going to be that man in second place, Mr. Jackson. I saw he posted a hot lap video around this track of... I actually can't remember what the lap time was now, but it was a quick one. So I know he knows his way around this track for sure. How much of it he's done in the rain, I have no idea. Slamming on the brakes, skating our way in, up and over the finish. So I imagine that the track that you see right now with the 1 or 2 lines in it is going to change tremendously, even just over the next 2... Oh god. Even over the next 2 or so laps, we're not going to be able to hit the Supercross triple. Is Jackson going to get over it? Oh, he came a bit short, but he managed to ride it out. Fair play. And then triple that. Triple this. I need to downside this perfectly. I have just triple that. Single. I need to make the most of it while I can, because 100% this is going to turn into a Cooper Webb double fest around the track after not many laps. And yeah, I mean, talking about East Rutherford, oh my god, Max Anstey, big W, doing it for the Brits. As soon as that rain started, I had 2 riders in my head, well, 3 riders actually. I had Barsha winning 450s in my head straight away, which was, I mean, the right prediction. He's an absolute animal in the wet. He always does really well. And I think there's a lot of it's a confidence thing. As soon as it rains, he's like, okay, I know I'm the fastest guy. Let's just go out and get a W. So well done to him. And then for 250s, I had both Anstey and Vial in my head as good wet riders, both being European, you know, both being used to probably very wet and muddy GP tracks all the time. And as you saw from the real life video that I posted the other day, Max being from the UK, he's had his fair amount of wet weather. And I was watching it actually on the day that I was meant to go riding, when I didn't, but you know, you saw the video, the outcome of that. I was just watching it in the van on my phone, and eating all my data aside, so I now have no data left on my phone for the rest of the month. I was sitting there just like, come on Max, come on Max, come on Max. Sorry, I had like a 7 or so second lead with, I think it was about 4 minutes left to go, and that's when Jet got into P2, and I was like, oh god, please, there's no way you're going to throw this away. Like, you're great in the wet, you've got a good lead. 7 seconds is, I suppose it's a lot on a dry track. On a wet track, it can go away very quickly. And then next thing I know, Jet's like right on his cheeks, and then, oh god, that last lap was an emotional roller coaster with Jet right behind him going through the whoops. And then I'm pretty sure Max has actually gone and put a 280 in his bike because the way he went up that start straight on that last lap was insane. The drive that he got was incredible. And then like Hampshire, sorry, just comes out of nowhere. Kamikazes, and Charlie like gives a lot of respect to him, but I just thought, what an absolute dick move. Like, there was no way he was ever stopping for that corner, and if he hadn't have crashed before getting to the corner, I dare say that he quite well have caused an injury to old Jetson's leg, because he was coming in way too fast. It's quite funny to watch it in hindsight, but to think of what could have happened is, I don't know, it's a little bit of a dangerous one. And I know when they was interviewing Jet and Hunter up on the podium afterwards, you could just see in Jet's face when he's watching it back, he just wants to say, like, you absolute twat. I don't know. I know that, I think it's a desperation move, is all I can say. That's the best way of wording it. You know, RJ's going for a championship as well at the end of the day, but I think there's a time and a place, and I don't know if that was it, but that could just me being a bit biased as well, because I am a bit of a Jet fanboy, as most people are. But it was really good racing. I was quite happy, enjoying it a lot. Of course, after the qualifying struggles, big old Tomac still came out and done what he needed to do, done the business. And then, yeah, Webb just, I don't know if Webb just absolutely hates the wet or what his game plan was, but he's just doubling around the entire track. So that is what it is. I feel like, honestly, I think it's Tomac's championship. I don't think anyone else is really going to give it to him. Even if Sexton starts winning everything, the points gap is just a little bit too big. But, I mean, let me know your thoughts on that. Let me know if there's going to be... I hate people. Let me know if you think there's going to be any interesting twists. Who is that? Mr. Go Fast. Mr. Go Fast will probably be being kicked from my server after this for being an absolute twat. And you can see, like, already, how many laps are we in? We are on lap number 4. And it's getting pretty insane, getting pretty deep, and we're only, I mean, it's only been 5 minutes in the grand scheme of things. The lap times are a lot longer than they were in the racing. I think they was like inside the 50s, I want to say. Don't think it was anything ridiculous. I think it was like it was definitely under a minute, that's for sure. I've definitely seen the number 50s somewhere. But my lead went from 10 seconds to 5 seconds after that one crash, which is hella annoying. And I think one of the biggest, oh my Jesus front end, one of the biggest challenges about this is going to be dodging everybody else's bikes, not just about trying to pick my way through the ruts. I'm trying to see if I can find some smooth lines, or lines that haven't been taken yet, and so far so good. I'm trying to get into different rhythms, and the ruts are getting kind of deep but still rideable. It's when you get in them and you get that horrible like game crashing sound that's when you have to start worrying. But I mean, oh my god, I didn't want to go in that horrible trench there, because I know full well that's going to probably kick me over the bars. But I might get cuts for going through that black banner. I mean, it slowed me down. Shouldn't give me any cuts. Whoops are getting a little bit beaten, but still very, very manageable. I think where they're getting smaller from the rough, it helps get back in a straight line. And it's very, very technical on the 450 as well, because as soon as your back end slides out, you basically have to let go of your controller, like let go of acceleration, let go of your steering, and wait for the bike to come back straight again before you can do anything. Because if you try and fight it or counter steer it, it emphasises it and makes it even worse than it is. And I think Jackson's probably about to be on my cheeks. I think this is him right behind me. Yeah, it is. Has he got cuts? Because that doesn't look like a 10-second lead to me. Well, I mean, that crash just cost me 6 seconds, but that doesn't look like a 4-second lead to me. He's right on my cheeks. Now, I don't know if 250 or 450 is the way to go here. I think 450 might be good to maybe just try and squeak out a triple here and there, but 250 would be really good for the traction side of things. Ooh, inside rut. You don't get many of them in the old Supercross nowadays. Let's go step onto this, step off. Going to try tripling. At the brake. Oh god. There's a downside about a 450 is you want to try and triple things even when you probably shouldn't. That could have gone horrifically wrong. Let me just slow it down here so you can get to the inside. Lovely. Roll on the throttle nice and gently. And then we're going to try braking, hit this smooth stuff here to then still get over the finish line. Look at that one deep right in there. That's pretty wild. What I like about this is, although it's you'd never see an actual race like this, like an aerial race, I like that there is multiple line choices. I know they're all slow lines, but it's just good fun. And one idea that I threw out there, which a couple of people did agree with, which I was quite surprised by, is I would say in every season, whether it's Supercross or outdoors, before the season even starts, there should be a predetermined round that we say is going to be a mudder. So maybe spin a wheel before the tracks are even made. Maybe if we're going into the outdoor season, you spin a wheel and it comes up with Redbud, and when Redbud's being made, it gets made with a lot of pre-built deep ruts, and we run it in the rain, but you run the bare minimum of road. So I think the reason I would prefer it that way rather than running super deep a road is obviously you know how jagged the road gets. You can see it while I'm riding on it. It's like you're riding over squares and triangles, whereas if you make them yourself when you're building the track, you can smooth them out quite a lot. So then there'll be lots of deep ruts everywhere, so lots of viable lines, but then they would also be smooth, so you could ride them reliably and then just have the bare minimum road, or even zero road. I think that would be the way of doing it, but I do really think that these series need just a little bit of variety. Just a mud race here and there would be fine. One Supercross race and one outdoor race a year. As I say, put it on a spin wheel, completely randomise it, and I think it would be good fun. Again, that's one of them things that I'd quite like to see other people's opinions on, because I didn't really see anybody just like absolutely poo on the idea. A lot of people seem quite open to it, but then I hadn't seen anybody from the track making side of things give their input, so I don't know how difficult that would be to do. I don't think there's many tracks out there at the moment that have that amount of pre-built roughing. I know way back in my sim days, we used to do a Loretta Lynn's event each year, and each day, so I know there's 3 days, each day there would be a different track, and one of the days was a complete mudder, like pre-built. It was probably one of the most difficult tracks I've ever played on to get round. This was back when I was like, I think, newish to the game. It was in like my 2nd or 3rd year maybe, not super new, but you know, still not like top of my game status, and it was really good fun. It's just one of them things that I like variety, I like different events. Maybe it's my enduro bias coming out, because I like difficult tracks, so you have to pick your way through. Yeah, I'm very open to it. Let me know your guys' thoughts, or if you have any different ways of doing it, because I don't think that the road on this game is particularly good. Jackson's just kind of come out of nowhere there. I think he tripled his way through that entire section. Fair play. Whilst I've just been sitting here telling random stories, he's been absolutely barking. But like, he might have cuts though, because yeah, that's not an 8-second lead. Can I quad out of here? Probably shouldn't have gone for that. Oh my god. Didn't even get a chance to save that. It just done like a 180 instantly. Jesus Christ. Okay, let's get up and over. Is this man... this is like a joke, by the way. I was about to say, is this man cheating? He just managed to like double from nothing on a 250. And I'm here barely getting over things on a 450. What's going on? Oh, that's actually not a terrible line. Then you can double all the way in here, double over that. Lovely. Going to stand up around here. Oh. Hold on to her. Hold on to her. And then smooth on the inside, roll on the throttle nice and gently. Jackson has gone down. Oh, tiptoe on the inside here. Stretch it. He's not getting over that, surely. No. But I do think... Oh, okay, thank you very much, Jackson. God. There are 2 types of people in this game. One is the one that sends everything and then crashes every other lap, and the other one is, like me, who tries to go slow and steady everywhere, and then tries to stay up as much as possible, but is a lot slower. So I always want to ride against skills in races. He always, he'll be on my arse for multiple laps, pass me, and then crash, and then be on my arse for multiple laps, pass me, and then crash. And it's just a cycle. I feel like if people like Skills and Jackson were to just slow themselves down by like half a second or so a lap, and not crash, they would be absolutely insane. Like, Skills would be unbeatable if he didn't make all the mistakes that he makes. But it's nice that we have one person to battle with on this, because we've actually lapped everybody else. And oh my god, that was a violent one. That was like one of the most Perboso moments that you can ever get, where your bike just flings from one side to the other. The sad part is we only have, I think, 9 people left circulating the track. I think everybody else has left the game, which is quite sad. I mean, people knew what they were getting into when I put this lobby up. I I added people in my Discord and said we are replicating Rutherford. We're doing wet and DP Road. And yeah, I don't know, a lot of people joined and then just backed out straight away and like took up pit lane spaces, which is a little bit frustrating because some other people might have been able to get in. Well, you got Mr. Potato here doing backflips. Whether that was intentional or not, I don't know. But if you're gonna start something like this, at least commit to it. At least see it through. It's only like 17 or so minutes of your life. It's not like anything. I doubt we've got anything better to do. Let's be honest. We're sitting here on a what day is it? A Tuesday night. No, nobody does anything on a Tuesday. It's a Tuesday. It's a horrible day. Weird day. It's like it's almost as bad as a Monday, but not quite. And you see the ruts are actually they're quite cool. Just the way that they cross over each other. Like this corner's really good. Step onto that. I might crash on the step off. No, it's fine. And then double again. Oh, big boosted. Let me by. Brilliant. Love to see that. That is good lapper IQ right there. And oh, in my GP race the other day that I done in EU, the lappers were so good. I'm going to wear my R1 button out from saying thank you to all the lappers that let me pass. It was a rare occurrence, and so thank you everyone that was in that race if you did let me pass. I feel like sometimes me being me, it's a pro and a con. So it's a con a lot of time online because people will target me to take me out for the bants, so they can giggle to their friends in their Discord and say, "Oh, I took out Linz. Oh my god, look at me!" And then other people are like, "Oh my god, it's Linz. I got to get out of the way before he gets me on camera being a terrible lapper, and then I get a bad rep." So it's there's good things and bad things, 100%. Just looked up at the time. Jackson is now 22 seconds behind, so you can see how much can change in the space of a lap. I've gone into full Cooper Webb mode right now. We are just doubling our way round, nice and easy. I'm surprised I've not run out of tear-offs yet. I mean, the whole tear-off situation on this game, I think the maximum amount you have is... I say maximum as if you can change it. You can't change it. I think the amount that you have is 22. Don't know why that number sticks in my head. Granted, I've never counted. I feel like I've been told that before somewhere. So with that information, in terms of a race like this, where you're getting about 14 or so laps in, maybe like one and a half tear-offs a lap or so, and I feel like I've been pulling more than that. I hate things on my screen that are meant to be there. So as soon as you get a speck of dirt or a little bit of rain, I rip it straight away. Which usually I have to tell myself when I'm going around the track to stop pulling them, or I just run out. Let's get over that double. No, can we double this one? We can. I reckon we can clear this super triple if we go outside and power. Oh, that was an awful idea. Boing. Oh, thank you. That's one of the moments that don't make sense. You know, like if you was to flip a coin, I think majority of the time you would just absolutely explode on impact doing that and do a backflip or do a 360. At that time, no issue. The suspension took it like a champ, rode it out, no problem at all. Loving life. I thought, is Mr. Go Fast going to take me out on purpose again? He's looking behind. No, I think he's just trying to get out of the way this time. I'm not sure what the first one is about. I'll give him the benefit of the doubt. I'll believe that it was an accident. We are on our last lap though, so we are... Oh, it's not an accident. He tried punting me again. What twat. This is what I mean. Pros and cons. People target you for no reason. I don't think I've done anything... He's cutting the track again, isn't he? Yeah. You're going to give me the old Hampshire in the last corner. No, he doesn't know it's the last lap because he's down so much. There we go. That is the finish line. So, I hope you enjoyed the video. A little bit different. It's a bit sad that not everybody finished. Oh, maybe... Oh, no, we did get more than 9 people finished the race, actually. We had 11. We had 11 people staying. Everybody else left. Oh, we had a few DNSs as well, which is surprising. Oh, well, either way, I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please do drop a like and subscribe to the channel if you're new. I would greatly appreciate it. Have a lovely rest of the day, whatever you're up to, and I'll catch you in tomorrow's video. Peace.